Hello, everybody. Let's do Who Can't Stop Thinking About You Collective. How's that sound? Isn't that the cutest butterfly clip? Okay. We're going to start off with this actually. Give us a starting opening message regarding who can't get the collective off their mind. Whoa. You have apology, perspective, and confessions. Apology, forgiveness, return, sorry. Perspective, better off, happiness, clear headspace. They're saying they have a new perspective, but they're terrified that you've moved on. Look at the image here. That image reads to me as someone who's going towards a better future. So they're terrified that that's what's happening. Confession, unveiling, coming clean, messages. They feel like they have either lost you or they're about to lose you, depending on where you guys are at in your timeline, since it is a collective. So, dang, that's deep. I'm here in the bottom of the deck. Beginning. Try again, new direction, start over. That's hilarious. Okay. We're going to do one from the top of the deck. Spying, social network information, ways. They love spying on you, and you love that they're watching because you know you can feel it, and you love that shit. Nourish, self-growth, self-focus, soul-finding. That's so funny. And then breaking point, limit, final straw, overwhelmed. So they've had a catalyst, a tower moment where they've been on the market, or if they were already like talking to someone and that person just isn't fulfilling them. They're just remembering you. I was gonna say remembering the good times, but I just kept seeing like someone staring at a picture of someone's face. So they just miss you. They miss your face. Okay. Okay, Spirit, what do you have regarding the collective's message? Who's missing them? Jesus Christ. First card right out is Nostalgia, the Six of Pentacles. This is a soulmate card. Gosh. The very next card is the Two of Swords. They didn't choose you. They were constantly weighing their options when they were with you. As a result, they didn't choose at all. This is someone who is willingly blind, willingly at a deadlock, very cutting in their behavior towards you. And then we have the Emperor reverse. Someone who lacked discipline and were reckless with your love. Very controlling in the sense of how they wanted you to perceive them, which tells me they were doing dirt. So they tried to always look like the Emperor, just someone who's very like good decision making and, you know, stoic and kind, but they're showing up as the Emperor reverse, which is someone who lacks all those qualities. So, and someone who's controlling, but it's not controlling in the sense of like, tell me where you're going. It's not like that. It's more controlling of the image, their self-image, which tells me they played in your face. Someone very domineering. Okay. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups reversed, finished off with the High Priestess. This is a no contact situation. This is also someone who has, again, had an epiphany where they're now in touch with the High Priestess, which is their highest vibrational self, but it's really not. They think they've reached their highest vibrational self. I saw very clearly someone who, think of a corn silo, how there is a ceiling to it. And if someone's like on top of the corn and they're looking up, it's like, okay, well, I'm not at the top, but I'm almost at the top, but that's not the top. There's something past that ceiling. And I say that to say they still have a lot of emotional learning, empathy to learn. So they personally think they've hit the ceiling in terms of like how deep you can get with yourself. And this is someone who has a huge sense of self, someone who has a huge ego. Because for someone to consciously have the thought, like, you know, I'm in touch with my highest self and it doesn't get any higher than this, tells me there's not a humble bone in their body. They're self-obsessed. Because anyone who's truly in that state knows that you're constantly learning, you're constantly changing, and you never truly are done with that. Regardless if you've maybe learned all your lessons on this earth, there's still things to learn. So it tells me they're very emotionally immature. But okay, back to the order of the cards. The Ten of Pentacles, they want a family with you. They view you as a good as a good investment because of the contributions you've made. You were very patient with this person. You give them chance after chance after chance. They view you as a long-term success, and they're looking at things like, man, I fumbled that, because they thought they could find better, do better, and they thought you would always wait, always be there. They thought you would always feel about them how you feel, how you would treat them. Like, you're not going anywhere, and that's not the case. The Nine of Cups reversed, there's heavy energy on this. We're going to get clarification on that, because this is very much someone who is dissatisfied, but also there's a smugness, like an arrogance to this card. And then we already talked about the High Priestess, which is, this is a no contact situation. For some of you, I'm going to say little to no contact, depending on where you're at with the timeline, but essentially not the level of communication that at your heart of hearts you would like, because I do feel like you wish they would step up, is what I heard. Okay, Spirit, give us clarification for that Nine of Cups reversed. That's too many, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, we'll take that one. The Nine of Cups reversed is clarified by the Ace of Cups upright, which is love, and by the Fool reversed, which is holding back. So that smugness that we were talking about, even though they're dissatisfied with their current love situation is what I heard. So they're a hoe. If they're not a hoe, they have hoe ways. If they're not someone who has hoe ways, they have fuckboy tendencies. Pardon my language. They're very, and it might not even be that. They're just someone who always convinces themselves that the grass is greener on the other side, which is hoe behavior in my opinion. But that's here nor there. That's my opinion. Clarifying that Nine of Cups, that smugness, that's where the dissatisfaction comes from, right? Because they're constantly in search for what's better, so they're never satisfied with what they have. But that smugness, that smugness is because they think they're smarter than everybody else, quicker, wittier, play a better chess game, outmaneuver folks, sneaky, get away with things, so they feel like, you know, I've done all this stuff people don't even know about, I've gotten away with this. So there's a smugness there regarding their love life. But with this Ace of Cups, they want to come out of the Nine of Cups reverse state, so a cup poured out, into the Ace of Cups. They want to come into a love situation, which would be you, because anytime they reminisce on what that feeling looks like, if they had to put a face to it, it's you. Honestly, I heard there's no escaping your face. They're never not thinking about you. But clarifying that Nine of Cups reverse still, this Ace of Cups is someone who wants marriage, who wants to propose, someone who wants to have children with you, like now, like let's make a baby, like that Jagged Edge song, let's get married. I didn't sing that well. Look it up though. This is also a card of like new feelings, right? It's not that it's new love. It's more like, again, that realization, that catalyst of like, okay, I have yet to find whatever greener grass I keep convincing myself of. But further clarifying, that Nine of Cups reverse is the full revert, the full reverse. Sorry, my screen has the battery dying alert. The full reverse is someone who's holding back, hesitation, indecision. They're wondering where you're at in your love journey, in your love life. Okay. Spirit, show us how the collective feels about this person. Hold on. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune upright and the Two of Cups reverse. You want to move on from this situation because you feel like they poured out your cup offer, your love. You just feel like there's nothing here. But I'm also perceiving that you don't actually believe that. You're just assessing the facts. So you're moving on from this situation. Okay, one more. The Strength card, yeah, you're trying to find the strength to just... They really broke your heart. Like, they broke your heart so bad that you're like pissed off. But you're pissed off at yourself, at life. It's almost like you're pissed off at everybody except them. Yes, you're mad at them, but like, you're struggling with this. Perceiving like a lot of time has passed. Or at least it feels like a lot of time. And you're still struggling with this. Okay. The Six of Cups reversed. We started off the reading with the Six of Cups upright. We're now looking at you, because this is your person in the beginning, and you're the Six of Cups reversed. So they're viewing you as the soulmate, pure nostalgia, always reminiscing on your face and the good times together, and you're the opposite. Yes, you're stuck living in the past, but you don't want them to be your soulmate. There's definitely a soul tie connection here, whether they're a soulmate or a twin flame. There's definitely a divine connection here between you guys, because you're mirroring each other. That's no small thing. But you want to move forward. You're trying to forgive yourself. And I'm hearing you just can't forgive them, though. You're always living in the past. You don't want them to be your soulmate. You don't want them to be your twin flame. I'm hearing that genuinely, like, pisses you off. Okay. Bottom of the deck is what I heard. And it pisses you off because you're the King of Cups. You're in love with them. I heard behind it. Yes, thank you. With the Page of Cups. You're in love with them. You just want them to make it right. You want them to say, I'm sorry and I love you. And then you'll say back, I love you too. But you acknowledge with these two cards, we're looking at how you feel right now. You acknowledge with these two cards that their love for you is page level. It's not as evolved as you ever gave them. And your love for them is king. Right? You acknowledge that there was an imbalance in the level of emotional availability, emotional sacrifice, input, pouring into. Because this has a double up message here. You want them to come in and say sorry and I love you. That's what this card is. But this is also someone very childish, and you acknowledge that. Small love, and it's not that they don't love you because you acknowledge that. It's just not as much as you love them, right? I heard to finish off this section would be the top of the deck. 2 cards from the top. Thank you, Spirit. We have the Three of Pentacles. You want to regroup. You want teamwork. But you also don't want to lose yourself. It's finished off with the Empress. There's no gender in tarot. Empress is as high as it gets. She's all the queens and the High Priestess rolled into one. But again, there's the Ankh symbol on this card, and it's believe that she's pregnant on this card, but at the same time, you want this situation to be birthed anew, is what I heard. And you want to have children with them. Oh God, you're very in love. Whoa. Is this person coming forward? Jesus Christ. Okay. We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. They're feeling very stuck. So I'm going to say not right now, but that doesn't feel entirely true. This is an Earth card. Aries, Taurus. With the Nostalgia card, that's water, Scorpio. Who else do we have here? We have Pisces, Virgo. We have everybody here. Air, Uranus, a lot of water. Okay. Is this person coming through after they get unstuck? Thank you. There's hope there. We got the Sun. So I would say yes. Because this didn't feel like the resounding truth. This feels like the right now truth, which is like, no, they're not coming forward right now. They feel stuck, which came up in the reading. But there's hope there. Okay. How do they truly feel about the collective? Like, what, they're so in love. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The Two of Cups upright. That's crazy. Again, you're just mirroring each other, because when we were talking about you, you got the Two of Cups reversed. You're just mirroring each other, but like in a sad way, right? They're like, I'm in love, and you're like, fuck this love. You're really hurt. You're deeply hurt. But this is someone who wants marriage, wants partnership, wants to offer their cup to you, because that's what's happening in this image. Heavy Cancer on this, water. Okay. Closing message from the collective's person. There's stop. Bottom of the deck. We're doing the top and the bottom. Okay. So we have the Ace of Wands reversed, delay, lack of motivation, weighed down, which we know. They want you to know, I feel the weight of gravity of my decisions. Therefore, and the lack of motivation as well is because they know that they have to come to you correct. But the lack of motivation is also because, like, it's hard for them to be accountable and actually say sorry, but like name what they did wrong. But also the lack of motivation is because they think you're done with them. But that's also what terrifies them. And then the other card for the closing message from your person is the Six of Swords reversed. It's an emotional baggage card. I mean, that's pretty clear, concise. But it's also someone who feels like there's unfinished business. But it's also someone who's stuck in their ways. There's unfinished business there for sure, no question. Okay. Give us one more. Thank you. We got two. Time, waiting, cycles, moments. Can't make this stuff up, guys. And the other one is open heart, receptive, empathy, vulnerable. They hope that you are receptive to their love. We're going to pull from this one, okay? We'll do one card. Spirit, give us one card regarding the collective's person. Thank you. I look for you everywhere. I cannot, y'all. Close the energy out. Thank you for being here with me. Yesterday was a strawberry moon. Happy strawberry moon. Jupiter, or I'm sorry, Leo has shifted into Jupiter. We're still in Cancer season, but for us Leos, myself included, that's a big deal. So, but happy new portal. Happy new timeline. Please take care of yourselves. Just as importantly, take care of each other. And like and subscribe and share the video and hype it up if you can on your phone. All right. Bye, guys.